We made it to our knees!
It's so cold. We've invented a new game. It's called, we don't have a name for it.
So we're just queuing up for the ferry at the moment, and we're paying on the ferry. Hi everyone, and welcome to our channel. We are Hannah and Jonny, also known as Finding Our Adventure. In 2020 we converted our Ford Transit to live in full time. Since then, we've been on an endless adventure with our two cats, Tia and Skye, exploring, living and working in our tiny home. Join us each week for a new episode of Finding Our Adventure.
I met an old man. I said, tell me your story. He took out a notepad and wrote something for me. Then he kept walking on down the road, and I watched him disappear like smoke. And I thought I'd just seen a ghost. Then I looked down at what he wrote.
Good morning and happy birthday!
Yay!
It's Hannah's birthday today.
Yeah,
So
I'm 1 year older.
And it's sunny outside. And we've also cracked out the juicer, the smoothie maker, our blender, to make a nice fresh smoothie for Hannah's birthday breakfast.
Yep, and we are parked right on the sea, well, the seafront, so our view right through here, we've woken up to the sea and sunshine.
And we'll tell you in a minute where we are, because we've moved on from the Cairngorms and we're going to start a new episode right here, right now. So we are on the Isle of Mull. We drove all the way from the Cairngorms and it's so much warmer here. It was about 14 degrees difference last night from the Cairngorms to here, and so the van was nice and warm. We woke up, didn't have to put the heater on or anything.
Haven't seen snow in a few days.
Yeah, literally in the Cairngorms it snowed every day, at least on and off for 2 weeks, which was crazy. And it's yeah, there's no snow here, the sun's out, it's nice and warm. There's a bit of a breeze, but we can deal with that. And it's Hannah's birthday today, so I think we're just going to stay at this parkup that we came to yesterday. We arrived yesterday, and so we got to this parkup, and I think we're going to stay here for the next couple of nights, just to enjoy walking around the area, exploring the area. And then yeah, we've got basically, if we want it, 2 weeks on the island, but we can adapt our plans, so we're not quite sure how long we're going to stay for, but so far it's beautiful and we can't wait to see more.
So I'm just enjoying my smoothie outside in nature, and I've got beautiful sunshine on my birthday, which didn't look like that was going to be likely yesterday, but yeah, feeling very grateful and really excited to explore Mull. There is a lot of wildlife here, so we have seen some well, we've seen some Highland cows. I guess they don't count as wildlife, but
They have babies, I think.
little, yeah, fluffy babies, and they were on the beach yesterday, and that was really cool to see. But yeah, really excited to see if we can spot anything else. So, as the sun is shining today, we are off on a walk, just following the coastline really, so that'll be very nice. We're there's loads of like yellow gorse that's out at the moment, and it just smells, I didn't realise how coconutty it smells. It just smells so nice, makes you really feel like you're by the ocean, and like summer is just round the corner. So yeah, we're just gonna, I think there's some caves along here, so we will see what we come across. Alright, so we've come across our first cave. It's just over there, little hole, and you can see right through it. But look at the size of these rocks, with trees on the top. We've just stopped for some lunch, so we've got some sandwiches that we're going to be eating, And we're actually on a back sand beach right now with a few sheep for company.
We've just been sitting here on the beach having some lunch, and we've invented a new game. It's called, we don't have a name for it.
Oh yeah,
but
we need to call it.
We need to make a name
Maybe
for
we'll
it.
name it after the island.
Yeah, Mull. But you basically choose 5 smoothish stones. Hannah's the grey colour and I'm the white colour, so you can see the difference of colours.
Grey.
And then we lay down a stone on the beach there, and we smooth off the sand in front, and you kind of like skim your stone across the sand, and who gets the closest gets points. It's basically like curling, but sand curling.
Or balls.
Or balls, but yeah, it's more like curling because you can.
Call it more stones.
Yeah, because you kind of like skim them in, and then whoever gets the most stones closest wins the points. So
I'm the best at it.
well, no, I'm winning. It's 12-4 to me at the moment. There's three goes left.
It's getting competitive.
So in this instance, we have both got onto the rock. This is the rock we're going to get close to.
Yeah, what's the rules here?
So the rules in this case are that we could choose 1 stone each, and whoever gets it close enough wins the point for this round. In that highly competitive first ever outing of beach sand stone throwing, whatever we're going to call it.
Mull stones, we said.
Mull stones. The score was 15-8 to me. So we've kept the stones, we're going to play it again. It's a great game.
We're supposed to let the birthday person win. So I think that it's not fair. Rematch. What? How do you get on with this? Is it going to come my way? Are you freaking out? It's spinning. We have finished our lovely walk, and we're now we just moved the van a little bit so we've got a better view. And we are going to head to the cafe now, which is actually the old post office. So we're going to head there for a nice warm drink, as it's got a little bit cooler now. The sun's gone behind the clouds, and we're going to go treat ourselves. There's a blockage in the road. It's a herd of sheep and it doesn't look like they want to move.
We've just been having a really chilled afternoon for Hannah's birthday. We came back from the cafe, and then we've just been sitting in the van. We've just had a nap. We've been outside walking Tia and Skye, and they've been really enjoying it. They've been trying to chase some birds, so when we put them back in the van. And yeah, it's just been really nice here. We're the only van here at the moment. Got this beautiful like mountains around us, the ocean. It's just been paradise. So I think in a bit we're going to put some dinner on and just enjoy the rest of our evening. Good morning everybody. We have driven from our parkup last night and arrived at Skye Bay, I think that's how you pronounce it, and we've paid £20 to stay here for 2 nights. It's no facilities kind of parking area, just a big grassy parking area, and it's run by an old lady who lives just on the top of the hill, and it's a beautiful beachy bay, very calm waters, perfect for paddleboarding. So I think we're going to get the paddleboards out later. The sun's trying to come out again. It was out this morning, it's clouded over a little bit now, but yeah, it's trying to come out again, so fingers crossed it does, and then we can get out on the water and enjoy some paddleboarding. But I think we're just going to have a little bit of a chill because it was probably about an hour and a half to get here from where we were, just because it's all single track lanes. But other than that, have a little bit of a break and then get some paddleboarding. So yeah, stay here for 2 nights, can't wait, and it's just, the island's getting better and better and better as we keep driving around. So yeah, pretty cool to be here. We're out on the paddle boards, and yeah, it's really nice and calm here. The water is only about 2 foot deep. It's really nice and shallow, and it's so clear. Like we can see right to the bottom. There's like patches of seaweeds which make it look a bit dark in places, but other than that, it's really shallow, really clear. And I can imagine on a really sunny day, this place would look like a tropical island or something. It's just amazing here. So yeah, we're gonna go for a little paddle. There's some more beaches around the corner here. and we're going to go explore those.
It's so beautiful out here. We've just been paddling along and just come across some goats just on the side of the rocks, just chilling out and finding some bits to eat. And it feels like the sun's trying to come out as well, which is really cool, and the water's absolutely crystal clear. But yeah, it's so nice to be outside and taking the paddleboards for a swim. And I think we might venture around a little bit further. We'll see how far we get. But yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. Okay, so we're coming up to our second beach now, and we've just passed some other paddleboarders, and it's absolutely stunning. It's like a small little white sandy beach with beautiful clear water, and if the sun comes out, I'm sure it will make it look absolutely stunning, but it's pretty cloudy at the moment. So yeah, we're absolutely loving being out on the sea again, and on our kayaks, on our paddle boards, and it's yeah, beautiful fresh sea air, getting to see lots of wildlife, seeing lots of birds on the rocks as well. Yeah, it's just absolutely breathtaking.
We've just made it to this beach. That was about a half an hour paddle, and this beach is beautiful. Look at it. It feels like a tropical island. The water is like turquoise, the sand is white, and there's nobody else here. We passed some other paddleboarders going back, but apart from that, we're the only ones on this beach. It's a really nice coast, it's quite sheltered, and it's just paradise here. I just said to Hannah we should come back to this beach tomorrow and take some photos because it just looks amazing. But yeah, this is pretty cool, so we're probably hanging out here for a bit before paddling back.
Wow, this is like paradise right now. Got clear blue water and the sun's come out. Can't believe it. Literally just as we're pulling into the beach, the sun has come out, and it's just absolutely stunning. Look at the colour of the water.
We've been working on our computers this morning, doing lots of editing, so we've got tons of editing done. And because we're in this beautiful beach location, we've decided to have a break and go for a little bit of a sea dip if we're brave enough. It is starting to rain again now, so we've put the heater on in the back of the van, so when we get back we can warm up nice and quickly. But there's no one here. All the other vans have left, so we're the only van parked up here, so we think we're going to go and be brave and run into the ocean quick. And it's really nice and shallow there actually as well, so we can just go up to like our calves if we're not that brave, but we'll find out when we get down there, and then we're going to run back here.
It's crazy. Oh, it's cold. We made it to our knees.
It's so cold.
Oh, look, there's the sun. Oh. I thought that numbness is supposed to go by now. Okay, back inside.
It's actually not bad. The first like 30 seconds was so painful, but yeah, even in the wind and rain now, I think because my legs have gone so numb, the rest of my body feels quite warm.
Yeah. Definitely. I didn't realise you were recording. Yeah, that was really chilly, like to the bone chilly. Now I feel like my body's like heating up really quickly, which is really funny, but I'm glad I wore my hat. I'm ready to warm up. After that refreshing dip, we're now heading off for a little walk, a little wander around the area. There's some really nice beaches, and there's also a weaver's just down the road, so I think we're going to go and head there now and see what it's all about. So the sun's kind of trying to come out, and it's making the water really, really blue, and the sand here as well is like a beautiful white colour, and it's like pure kind of sand as well, so it's absolutely a little gem here in Mull. We have, funnily enough as well, we had 3G, which Seems crazy because on the rest of the island we've really struggled to get any internet, but I'll show you where we are. So we're over here and we have 3G, which is just crazy. So we're very lucky that we've had that, which has meant we've been able to get on with some emails and work bits and pieces. But yeah, just absolutely stunning spot. So we're going to carry on with our walk now. Alright, so we've made it to the mill and we have been given ear defenders. We're going to go and actually watch the machine in action, where they basically weave all the wool into their products. So it's a really cool place actually. All of the wool here is locally sourced from the sheep, and they also naturally dye their products as well. So let's go and have a look.
Good morning everybody. So we have just packed up the van and got everything ready because we're heading off from this beautiful park up that we've been for the last 2 nights, and it's really been amazing to stay here. But we're heading a little bit further west now to the edge of the island, where we're going to get the ferry over to the Isle of Iona, which is supposed to be absolutely beautiful, and the weather's supposed to be getting better over the next few days and into next week, so we're hoping that we get some sun so we can make all the water glow and light up and we can just have an amazing time.
Yeah, and there's some other really lovely beaches there too, so we are fingers crossed that some nice sun. We had a bit of sun this morning. Seems to be all the thing we only talk about the weather, but we're really excited to go and explore Iona, and we've been very lucky in this spot here. It's been absolutely beautiful having the beach on our doorstep. So we have just parked up at Fionn Port, I think is how you say it, and we are just about to go and get the boat over to Iona. So that is very exciting. We've got our bags all packed full of food and supplies. Whilst we're there, I think we're going to spend the afternoon there and just explore the island. So yeah, very excited, and the weather is starting to clear as well. And yeah, let's go to Iona. So we're just queuing up for the ferry at the moment, and we're paying on the ferry, and very excited to get onto the boat. Just made it off the ferry and we are now on the Isle of Iona, and we're just walking around. We're just having a little explore, gathering our bearings. I don't know how long it will take to walk around the island. The island isn't that big. There is a small hill on the island that we were thinking we might go and walk up. It's about 100 metres high, so maybe we'll head up there later. But yeah, it's absolutely beautiful here. We've already passed like 2 beaches with pure like white sand and clear like turquoise water, and it's just very peaceful here. Lots of wildlife, and yeah, absolutely beautiful.
To the north of the island. We've gone pretty much halfway so far, and then as we start coming back around the tip of the north and down towards the south again, we're going to go to the abbey, the monastery area, which the island's famous for, and we'll probably have some lunch when we get to the north as well.
We've just got to a viewpoint where we can see the Isle of Staffa and the Treshnish Isles, and it's absolutely spectacular. They're just like these massive, like, how did you describe them?
It looks like a spaceship or a ship, because it's like a really flat kind of base of the island and then like a tower kind of bit.
Yeah, it does. It just looks so like crazy and dramatic. And you can see a few boats out there where they must be looking for the puffins. But yeah, we're just making our way to another beach now, and we're almost at one of the ends of the island. So we're just going to walk a little bit further and then stop for some lunch. Okay, so we just finished our hike, literally around the whole island. So we're pretty tired at the moment, but we have really enjoyed seeing all the beaches. And we're now just outside Iona Abbey, which is really famous, and it's got a lot of history to it. So we're just going to walk outside it now. So we're off the Isle of Iona, and we're now back on the Isle of Mull. And we've just driven down the road to a campsite, which is right on the beach. It's absolutely stunning. There's like lots and lots of tiny little beaches and lots of campers as well, so we're in good company. And this campsite's got showers and all the facilities, whereas the place we were staying at before was just a bit of land and it didn't have any facilities. So I think we're going to go and make the most of having a shower, warming up a little bit and freshening up. Afternoon everybody. So we have just arrived in Tobermory, which is one of the, I think it is the biggest town on the Isle of Mull, and we are now just going to go, we've just parked up and we're going to go and explore the streets. We've just been walking along the high street of Tobermory. It's beautiful colourful buildings and it's famous for being filmed, or partly filmed, for the like children's programme Balamory, which was Jonny's favourite programme when he was a kid. I think it was a bit after Jonny's time, but yeah, so very pretty little town, lots of little shops, little gift shops and bakery, soap shop, lots of like a very pretty little things. So we're going to go and explore that in a minute, but I'm now dragging Jonny uphill to see a lighthouse. And it's a 2-kilometre walk, it reckons. So, and there's also a war memorial up here, so we're gonna go and explore. As we've been walking along the path, there's loads and loads of like wildflowers and all of this wild garlic just behind me. I've never seen it before. I think that's what it is. I might be wrong, but it's just very pretty because it's very sheltered along this path, and it's just like the ideal place for lots of lovely things to grow. Alright, we have made it to the lighthouse, and we can't actually walk onto it because it's actually on, you have to walk across a little causeway and it's locked at the moment, but it's also got the old lighthouse keeper cottages just behind me there. I'm not sure if you can stay in them, but they look very nice inside. And I'm also matching the lighthouse with my yellow hat. But yeah, really interesting. The family that actually designed a lot of the lighthouses in Scotland, for over 150 years they designed and engineered them. And one of the sons or great-grandsons, one of the grandsons, he wrote Treasure Island, and apparently it was inspired by visiting lighthouses. Yeah, so so yeah, really cool.
We've made it back to the van, and that is actually the end of this episode of our time on the Isle of Mull. But this is only part 1. We have part 2 coming next week, where we've got even more amazing adventures on the Isle of Mull. So don't forget to give us a like, a comment and subscribe, and we'll see you for next week's episode.